if the points, question number 3, if the points 3, 4 lies on the graph of the equation 3y is equal to ax plus 7, find the value of a. We have to find the value of a, and it is given 3, 4 lies on this equation, which means the first one will be x and this will be y. So we have to put the value of x as 3 and y la value to 4. So the values can do the equation and we get x, we get a. So the equation is 3y is equal to ax plus 7. The given point coordinate is 3, 4, which means x will be this, y will be this. So 3 into y is 4, is equal to ax. A into x is 3 plus 7. So 3 4s are 12. A into 3 is 3a. 7 if I put it plus 7 minus 7 with 3a. 12 minus 7 is 5, is equal to 3a. So 3 to if I put it into cross divide with 5 by 3, which is a. So that means therefore we get a value to 5 by 3. This is the value of a. Question number 4. The taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer, the fare is ₹8, and for the subsequent distance, it is ₹5 per kilometer. Taking the distance covered as x kilometer and total fare as y, write a linear equation for this information. So total distance will be x, mon x logo, or fare lo y consider ko. Again, according to question, for the first kilometer, the fare is ₹8. So first kilometer, na, for 1 kilometer, for the first kilometer, ₹8 ho, and for the subsequent distance means for the remaining distance, kiman dur jaise gulibe. So for every kilometer, ₹5 will not consider low. So we don't know distance, so we'll take let distance covered be x kilometer, total fare be y, ₹1. Now, for example, if I say from here, from this point to this point, it is 1 kilometer. From this point to this point is 1 kilometer. From here to here, 1 kilometer. From here to here, 1 kilometer. From here to here, 1 kilometer. According to question, first kilometer gonna ₹8. So from here to here, first kilometer, it is ₹8 and ₹8 lower. And from here to here, it will be ₹5. From here to here, it will be ₹5. From here to here, 5. From here to here, 5. So which means one total distance given over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kilometers out of 5 kilometer, 1 kilometer no ₹8 over. For first kilometer it is ₹8, and for the remaining do giman over 4. For the remaining kilometer it will be ₹5. So for the first kilometer it is ₹8, for the remaining it is ₹5. So remaining do kinya paise, it is total minus this one will give us the remaining distance. Okay, distance covered to x loise, total fare to y loise. According to question ki ase, first distance karone ₹8 and the remaining distance. So remaining distance one yedi kina hoise, example this actually first distance karone ₹8, remaining do for ₹5. Remaining kina paishu gule total distance minus idu one question. So man yedi actually total distance kiman ase, distance covered to x ase, which means total distance is x. So ये भी remaining की हो total minus 1. So 1. ये देख ग्रानिश ना total minus 1 will give us 4. So itu nish na one be total is x, total distance minus first kilometer. It will rate to say ₹5 per jaise, and then it will give us total fare to man y lushe. Okay, man itu solve kurshil ki man ho 1 into 8 is 8. Plus itu bra dajing give turn by turn multiply go 5 into x is 5x minus 5 into 1 is 5, which will give us y. Okay, so itu duita type plus sign da minus sign subtract ko 3 labo 8 tang wala dala sign plus, so dala sign be plus ho jabo, plus 5x is equal to y, which is nothing but y is equal to we can also write 3 plus 5x. So this is the required equation puna equation puna dise. Now mon itu equation use korna graph banawle ase. Okay, so mon graph banawle the box ekta banai dise. So yede bra we'll use this equation and then fill up these boxes. So yede x to right hand side ase na right hand side ase, so we'll take when x is equal to y yede tagile, we'll take when y is equal to, so since x is there, we can take any number, any value. So let's start with 0. When x is equal to 0, x0 y cube, y will become 3 plus 5x, which means 5 into x is 0. So it becomes 3 plus 5 into 0 is 0. So we get 3 plus 0 is 3. x0 will y do 3. x0 will y do 3. When x is equal to, let's say, 1, we'll get y will be equal to, same equation to use, y is equal to 3 plus 5 x is 1. So 3 plus 5, which is 8. x1 usually y do 8. x1 usually y do 8. When x is equal to, let's say, -1 low, no? When you -1 be low, you can take 2, you can take 3, you can take 4, you can take any value. So my -1 low this time, so y will become 3 plus 5x as equation 2. So 5 into x to -1. So it becomes 5. Now 5 1 sorry, it becomes 3. Now 5 ones are 5, dollar sign plus, dollar sign minus. Plus into minus is minus. There's a different sign as a, so the plus sign equal sign means plus sign, the minus sign. So subtract 2, division 5 downwards 5 to negative sign. So this answer will also be negative. So when x is equal to -1, y is -2. So when x is equal to -1, we get y is equal to -2. So using these points, we will plot the graph. So mon ito points kan to plot ko do. When x is equal to 0, y is 3. x0 ile y 3. So ito the x-axis, ito y-axis. x is 0, y do 3. So x0, y 3. So this will be the point. Because ito point de y do 3 ase or x to be 0 ase na, x0, because x to ito line de thakile 0 na, anywhere in this line x to 0. But if it goes right side in ya jai x la value in ya jai 1 2 3 4 5 in ya jabo, ito la back side left side jale -1 -2 -3 thakbo hole khali ito line de thakile anywhere on the y axis x la value to 0 ewo. So x to 0, y to 3. So at this point x is 0 and y is also 3. So 0 3. And second point is x to 1 usually y 8. x1 y 8. x1 and y 8 to this y 8. It is at this point. So if x is 1, y is 8. And third point is when x is -1, y is -2. Okay, when x is -1, x -1 do ito ase, y do -2 ase, -2 -1 -2. So at this point, at this x to -1, y do -2. So this is the point, x -1, y -2. So we get 3 points. Ito ekta, or ito ekta. So ito 3 points ki join koro. Mon join korise, join korna. Ito line equation to ki equation was y is equal to 3 plus 5x. So the equation la naam likhiyo, y is equal to 3 plus 5x. 3 plus 5x. So this is the equation, line of this equation. Again, one scale fill up karo. Scale on x-axis. Ito axis de 1 centimeter is equal to kiman hoise. 1 centimeter means ekta box se. From here to here it is 1 centimeter. Na ekta box hoise. So from here to here it is 1 centimeter. From here to here it is 1 centimeter. So for every centimeter kiman unit hoise 1 hoise na. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, which means gap to 1 1 1 gap loise. So yede for 1 centimeter it is 1 unit. One value to 1 unit loise. So it will be 1 unit. By just one yede 10 10 gap loise. It is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, gap 10 10 loile. For 1 centimeter it will be 10 units. Okay. Now y-axis will be same. For every centimeter na ekta box de kiman 1 unit loise. Ito 1, ito 2, ito 3. So 1 1 1 gap loise. So here also it will be 1 unit. 1 unit. So this is the graph of the first equation. Question number 4. Question number 6. if the work done by a body on application of a constant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body, express this in the form of equation in two variables and draw the graph of the same by taking the constant force as 5 units. Also read from the graph the work done when the distance traveled by the body is number 1 2 units or 0 units. Okay, firstly here if the work done by a body on application of constant force is directly proportional to distance traveled. So key work done is directly proportional to distance traveled. Okay, firstly work done, we don't know work done, so we'll let work done be x and distance traveled be y. And according to question, work done directly proportional to distance. Na itulah sign la meaning proportional. So proportional to see according to proportional to if I say work done directly proportional to distance, so it means it is directly proportional. Directly proportional means if this increases, this will also increase. Work done decrease it will decrease. No? If this increases, this will increase. So and say inversely proportional or indirectly proportional. Indirectly proportional reciprocal reciprocal. So this is inversely proportional or indirectly proportional, and this is directly proportional. So inversely proportional meaning if this increases, if work increases, distance will decrease, and if work decreases, distance will increase. Na? So itulah meaning inversely proportional or directly proportional to it. So question directly proportional this is, so we will use this sign, which means if W increases, D will also increase. So according to question, work done directly proportional to distance, and work done to work done is X, directly proportional to distance traveled is Y. But question we have to make a linear equation. Equation means equal sign to the so X equal sign Y. But we can simply put it on a proportional sign ke equal sign ke replace kuri man ki ekta to dalibo lage extra. So yadi ki dalibo lage gole constant ekta dalibo. Now man question this saisule constant to ki ase, constant this saisule force to constant ase na, constant force aro force la value kiman dina ase, constant force la value to 5 units ase. No, constant means it will be same throughout, change nobo khali value to 5 thakebo throughout the question. Okay, so the constant will be force, so we will one yet constant ekta tharu lage, so constant of force is, so we'll put force, and then in the question force la value dina ase, constant force la value dina ase 5, so it will be y into 5. So X will be y into 5 is 5y. So this is the equation, and using this equation we will plot the graph. Okay, so mon box banai diche graph banaule. So here the y on the right hand side na dusra lot ase. So mon when y is equal to low, we can take any value. So let's take 1. When y is equal to 1, x kiman hojo, x will become 5y, which means 5 into y is 1. So it is 5 into 1 is 5. Y 1 y1 x to 5 way ase, x to 5. Then when y is equal to, let's say 2, x will be 5 y is 2, so it is 10. When y is equal to 2, x we are getting 10, x is 10. Again we can take any value. This time let us take when y is equal to -1, minus x kiman x is equal to same equation 5y, so x is equal to 5 and y is -1. So it is 5 into 1 is 5, type positive, type negative, plus into minus is minus. So when y is equal to -1, x is -5. When y is equal to -1, x is -5. So using these points we will plot the graph. So on graph plot korle x, when x is equal to 5, y is 1, x 5 y 1. When x is 5, y is 1, y 1. So we are meeting this point. When x is 5, y is 1, x 10, y 2. When x is 10, y is 2. When x is 10, y is 2. 2 arrow to 10. We are meeting this point. 2 10. When x is 2, when x is 10, y is 2. You take the point. When x is -5, y is -1. X -5, y -1 itu. when x is minus 5, y is minus 1. So we get 3 points. Itu ekta point, itu ekta point, itu ekta point. Itu tinta point the one word join karo. So mon join korusile edu line by edu equation la naam ki ase x is equal to 5y. So equation la yete likhi x is equal to 5y. This is the equation. And scale then x axis there for every centimeter, now from here to here 1 centimeter, from here to 1 centimeter, for every centimeter unit kiman loise 1 unit, because gap to 1 1 1 loise, y dibi 1 1 1 na difference 1 to 2 2 to 3, which means gap to 1 1 loise. So x axis dibi 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, and y axis dibi 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. So this is the graph, but this is not the end of the question. One second part there is a question there. Okay, also read from the graph. Someone idu solve korle na lage, ida to graph pra saule ase. Also read from the graph the work done when distance traveled. Now we have to find work done. Read from the graph the work done bisaule ase when the distance traveled by the body is 2 units. By chance distance travel to 2 ase gule work done kiman hobo ase. So distance 2 ase gule work done kiman hobo. So mane like distance ki luise, distance to y, work done to x. So question to use distance to 2 units, which means y to 2 units. Y 2 units will x kiman hobo ase. So y2, so y de 2 into 2 luise x to kiman hobo, like extend guna jile y to 2 man itu ga jesule. Of course man itu scale bar draw korlage ide meet korse. That means y2 issue gule na itu extend this line till you meet this line. Itu line ke lock na badak meet no kordak extend kona jale. So ide meet korse, itu meet koral lot itu x axis 10 yata nibe. So x to 10 paise. That means when y is equal to 2, x is 10. So number 1, when x is equal to 2, which means when distance is 2 units, work done is also is work done kiman, so work done is x, 10 is 10 units. The number 1 is number 2 there work done bisarwo when distance is 0 units. So distance to y, so y is equal to 0 le, yeah, this point. See y is equal to 0, so at this point y 0 and then x be 0, because see it point there, it line to passing through, so which means y 0 le x to be 0. So when distance is 0 units, work done is also 0 units. So this is the end of question number 6.